Hey, I'm
the
Taylor.
goodness
I'm
in my heart.
addicted to working out, and we are gonna hit up the gym.
She could be addicted to working out, but she could also be addicted to eating.
I'm sorry. Is this like, my first thought was, did this addiction start yesterday? Hey guys, welcome back to Normal Gaze, where we take on insanity. I'm Brad Polumbo here with Clarkson Lawson.
What's up, guys? This weekend we are doing a video with Brad's mother. We just filmed it. It was really good. So make sure you join as a normie, hitting the link in the comments and
Support us.
Yeah.
Give us the money.
Yeah. I'm really tired right now because we filmed like 20 videos because he's
I'm going on a trip and we want to have content for you all. So also, like, woe is you. Oh my God.
It's so hard to have my emotions go up and down like this.
Well, maybe just try to not crash out for once.
And then get us no views.
This time, we're going to meet a friend who is, according to her, addicted to working out. Let's watch.
I'm addicted to working out, and we are gonna hit up the gym. Let's go.
You know what? She could be addicted to working out, but she could also be addicted to eating.
I'm sorry. Is this like, my first thought was, did this addiction start yesterday?
No, because the thing is like the way the metabolic rate works, you can work out, but like for an hour a day, but you may only burn 300 calories. That's a Reese's bar.
I agree with you. It is more about your diet.
So she may actually be addicted to working out, but her diet is she just has another addiction, which is food addiction.
I just think it's obvious rage bait, though.
Yes, she knows what she's doing.
She knows what she's freaking doing.
Yeah, and I'm tired of just because like people who are perceived as victims in society or who are perceived as people who get bullied, a lot of times we think that they're not capable of like manipulating audiences to rage bait, but yes.
She knows exactly, and wait till we get to the next part where she really knows what she's doing. Okay.
Let's go.
Out that there's a new season of Love is Blind, so that's what I will be doing while I'm on the treadmill.
I think this is good.
The camera angle is crazy though with the boobs.
Oh. Does she have an OnlyFans?
That I don't know.
You need to check.
Let's check. But I guess, listen, I'm very proud of her. I'm happy she's working out.
Yeah, I'm never going to shame somebody for their weight if they're working
Please
out.
don't interpret that. I think that's amazing.
I was going to say, Brad, this might be too low for us.
No. Oh, she's a toy giveaway. What does that mean? The Pink Bow
toy?
Confidential. Fanfics?
Oh, yeah, she does do.
Oh,
I think this is an
okay.
fun site. I think it is.
We got baited.
I think. But the thing is, it's like, if she's working, I think this is great.
Okay, it's great that she's working out. She shouldn't be shamed. She should be applauded for that.
Yeah.
But don't rage bait us with the, I'm addicted to working out.
She
and
might
you're like
be,
500
though,
pounds.
Brad. She might be addicted to working out.
You know what you're doing.
She does know what she's doing. But
you're inviting the comments, roasting you for that.
But I have a very, very strong line when it comes to reacting to body positive videos or like people who are overweight. And if they are in the gym, I will never say anything negative.
Okay, but she's literally the breasts out and the revealing and the jiggling on purpose.
Okay, well, I post pictures that are pretty revealing in hopes that people go to my OnlyFans.
You're not 500 pounds.
Well, yeah, but there's a market for everything.
I guess so.
I'm being very good.
It's great.
The gym looks depressing, though. Is she famous?
Like, a little bit, maybe. So I'm proud of her for working out. I think it's great. She's complained now in other videos recently that I think she's lost about 100 pounds, but she's recently.
And she's losing weight?
Yeah. But she recently stopped losing weight and she's not sure why. And it's like.
Well, that just comes to education.
And
I don't think many people know that in order to lose weight, you just need to eat less than.
I'm sorry. How does anyone not know that?
Well, I don't know, because I didn't realize that I used to complain about my weight all the time. And then I would pour a bunch of sugar in my coffee and pour creamer in it and be like, why do I still have a pooch on my belly? because I didn't really like understand. But it is interesting. I saw a meme the other day where it was like, when our dogs get overweight, we feed them less and make them go on more walks. But when humans get overweight, they have a thyroid issue
Or like it's genetics.
or it's PCOS.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is a lot of misinformation surrounding like the fitness industry and health and metabolic health. But I have a hard rule where if a fat person is working out, I will never shame them for doing so or say anything negative about it because I don't want to.
I agree, and I'm not saying anything negative about her working out. I'm not making fun of her body. What I'm saying is she's rage baiting, obviously,
Yes.
and she knows what she's doing, and then she is sexualizing her obesity intentionally in a way that
No
is,
girl, a capitalist.
I find to be audacious and slightly nauseating.
I think it's great. I
mean, you would be a
Full-
hypocrite if you said anything
Well,
else.
correct. I'm a capitalist. I think that you make your coins. And if she's losing weight while doing it, that just means she's making money while getting healthier.
So here's one where you will crash out on a fat bitch.
Okay.
And
Well, let's see.
you actually, I promise you, you will.
Okay.
This is a woman who talks about how she's been educating her doctors to stop thinking that obesity may be the cause of her
I
health
think
problems.
I saw this. And I crashed out alone when I saw this. I think.
Is it this bitch?
Doctors get so offended when they
I hate this girl. I hate her with a passion. She's the same. We've reacted to her before. She changed her hair. The
Wait,
bitch
have
got
we?
bangs because she's probably depressed.
Wait.
She's the one who said that
Genocide.
Ozempic is genocide. She said Ozempic is genocide for fat people.
Which,
In the same way that like
you know what? Then I support genocide.
anti-smoking ads are genocide for smokers.
And genocide against lung cancer patients.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. I can't stand this
the
girl.
the video is titled "Talking to Doctors While Fat."
I really thought that he was going to fail at rage baiting me this episode.
Because the first one failed.
Because the first one failed miserably because I have strong
I feel
morals.
I feel rage baited by the I'm addicted to working out when you're obviously not.
I think she could be addicted
Very newfound addiction.
to... Well, I think she could just be really bad at working out.
Maybe, but somebody with that body type has not been reliably working out for very long.
Well, she could just be lifting weights and eating a lot.
And you still, I find it hard to believe that you would be physically active and still maintain. That is like a level of obesity that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
like
but-
should be physiologically almost impossible.
Yeah, but I don't know. She could
Anyway,
just be
we don't
eating-
need to read
Whatever. We can just talk about this girl. I can't stand her anyways.
they look at me and go, there's got to be something wrong. I hate the way you're shaped. And then I say, okay, let's do the workup. It's all going to be healthy, as it always is. There's never find anything because I'm healthy. I know you can't believe it because I got a big belly, but it's true. And then everything comes back. It's healthy. And I say to the doctor, hey, you're just like all the others. You look at me, you go, I don't like the way you look. There's got to be something wrong. I said that to a doctor today. I was like, yeah, of course I.
That never happened.
None of this
None of
happened.
this has ever happened.
This is totally a distortion of what actually happened.
No.
Which
a
is that doctors obviously deal with statistical averages and realities. And most of the time, morbidly obese people will have health issues and they're going to check for them. And one of these days it's going to come back and you're going to be up and you're not going to have your cute little I told you so moment.
That's what I'm saying.
You're going to have type 2 diabetes, bitch.
This girl's pretty young too. So like you
Yes.
can be overweight and young and have normal blood work. That you're not going to see the consequences of being obese you very well could, but you could have regular blood work and that doesn't make being fat not bad for you. I could smoke a bunch of cigarettes right now and my blood work would be fine. That doesn't mean it's not doing damage.
Well, then the other thing too is like, you're acting like these doctors are bigots. Or first off, it's not about how you look, right? They're not. They don't care about how your belly looks. They're not sexualizing.
Yeah,
you.
they're not looking
medical
at you and
professionals.
disgusted. They're looking at you and saying,
They're
well,
concerned because
that's a problem.
they observe trends and they see sick, obese people all the time. And so you're like, but not me, and you're just fat phobic.
Also, like, why are you assuming you know more than the amount of this? I actually made a video responding to
TikTok MD.
No, but I made a video responding to this specific video. I posted it and then TikTok blocked it for some reason, so I didn't post it. But the level of conspiratorial thinking you have to engage in to assume that not just doctors are lying to you about being obese, that obesity is unhealthy, but doctors, all scientific researchers, doctors and scientific researchers from other countries, like you have to engage in a level of conspiracy that is way past Candace Owens. Way past anybody, way past Alex Jones, okay? You have to think there is a coordinated effort to literally tell you that being fat is obese just because, or that being fat is bad for you just because doctors think you're ugly.
That's so narcissistic.
Like, that is crazy. I'm sorry, that's crazy.
It is.
And she's probably the same person that was saying trust the science.
Wear a
4 years
mask.
ago.
This bitch probably still telling people to wear a mask.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's keep watching.
Of course I don't have PCOS. I told you I'm not going to. I know you think I do because I have a big belly. And she was like, well, that's not.
Stop. PCOS, there's new scientific literature, okay? PCOS doesn't stop you from losing weight. Okay, a caloric it may inhibit some of your metabolic rate, but not that much more difficult. It's a very minute difference. This has been an excuse, just like the thyroid thing was an excuse. There's new studies on it. You can still lose weight. It will make it a little bit more difficult because it lowers your metabolic rate, I believe, or like adjust your hormones, but you can still lose weight. And I'm so tired of these people getting online and saying that like, oh, I'm on a medication that makes me fat. Bitch, if there was a medication that kept you fat, kids in Africa would be on it. It's true. We would be giving it to starving kids so they could plump up and not die if a medication like that existed.
You kind of cooked with that.
I told you I've been very triggered over the body positivity movement. You just started with the wrong video.
Okay. All right, let's watch the rest of this.
Are you going to recommend me a GLP-1? And she was like, yeah.
That didn't happen.
Because of your BMI. And I go,
No, you should be recommended a GLP-1.
Correct.
Because you're severely obese and making yourself sick eventually, and it's bad for you.
Because you have an addiction. That's the thing. It's like people don't realize we all have addictions. We have things, but like when they get out of hand and when they become actually detrimental to our health. Sorry, I'm just like monopolizing this whole episode.
No, go off, King.
But somebody who is more advised and has an outsider's point of view should step in and help us. Specifically if there's medication to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I'm just so tired of us, especially, I have another rant.
Oh my God.
These people, these
here.
body positivity influencers are equivalent to 7th grade middle school girls who all go vomit in the bathroom together. They create their community online to justify their eating disorder and their addiction, and then they just live in a permanent positive feedback loop saying, well, being fat is healthy, being fat is beautiful, being fat is this. And that's all it is. It's a bunch of girls getting together and endorsing each other's eating disorders.
Have you seen some of them have like left and lost the weight and they're treated like people
there was one.
like
I just reposted it on, I think the New York Times did a thing on it. One of this girl's friends, she was a body positive influencer. Her friend died. She died. And then she's like, oh, I need to lose weight. So she started losing weight and talking about her fitness journey. And all of these people like her are like, this is so fat phobic. Like, bitches are dying and they still are saying, don't talk about, you should not try to lose weight. Like, the way you're losing weight is harmful.
There's people that are dying.
and I go, hey, BMI's not real, queen. It's just weight over height. Maybe I'm just dense. It's okay.
Well, you are dense.
You are, because it's fat.
It is true that BMI
is not like great.
It's not great, specifically if you have a lot of muscle. But in your
tells
case,
me you don't.
In your case, ma'am, I don't think you're the person who struggles from getting a BMI reading. I think it's the bodybuilder who is short or with a bunch of muscle. That is what makes BMI unreliable.
Also, she's saying maybe I'm just dense. Weren't you just bragging about your fat ass belly a minute ago?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus Christ, help us.
It's gonna be okay. You don't have to do this anymore. They don't like it. They're like, I'm not saying I didn't do this just because I saw that you got a big belly. Yes, you are, and that's okay. That's what they told you to do in medical school. It's not your fault, but it's not my fault either, and I'm not gonna not say something about it.
Did you go to medical school?
She went to TikTok, MD.
Also, you know somebody is lying about retelling a story when they have to think about what the person said and they trip up their words. in the middle of telling a story. She's like, yeah, and then the doctor said, well, the doctor wasn't stuttering. You just are making up a story and you're trying to figure out what you want the doctor to have said.
I mean, I believe that she had a real interaction with the doctor. I just don't believe she's accurately characterizing.
No, she probably sat there and tried a little bit to push back on the doctor, and then the doctor shut them down, and then now she's feeling offended, so she took to TikTok to make herself feel better.
She'll probably take to a big bowl of Kentucky Fried Chicken and make herself feel better.
Or the doctor
later
just
too.
said, okay, bitch, die.
This the funny thing is, like,
Doctors don't care. Like, they're there to help you, but at some point, if the patient is literally just like, I don't believe a word you're saying.
So it's especially when you're treating adults. It's definitely different with kids.
Sure.
But yeah, at some point you can only help people who want to be helped, and they have to make their own choices. And doctors have too many people who need their help to like spend time chasing you,
debating you.
Like you think you know better than the entire medical consensus.
If I was
across
a
the
doctor
globe.
who went to medical school and I had one of these patients go in and just start debating me on not if this is like a weird thing that has like a few studies on it, it's like a new phenomena in medicine. This is settled science. Like there is so much to prove that being fat is bad for you. If a patient tried to come to me and argue this, I would walk the out.
I'd just eject them from my, I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but I'd be like, get out.
No, I think you can deny service to patients.
Like, I'd just be like,
it's not an emergency. It's not like she's dying right then.
I'd be like, listen, I'll get you an extra large wheelchair from the zoo.
Yeah.
We will give you a free push out of here, bitch. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, actually, they probably had to, no, I'm not going to say that.
What, MRI on the zoo machine or whatever it is?
They do
or is it a CT?
People, no, they do have to take people to the zoo to weigh them sometimes.
And here's the thing. I just watched an episode of The Pit where they had a super it's a medical show.
I was watching that, but then I got booted out of the HBO from that guy I was dating that I'm no longer seeing.
Well, you can use ours.
Okay.
And it was quite good, but they have one with a very overweight patient, and you feel very bad for him, and there's no reason to be cruel to somebody who's so overweight because it's like too late and he needs the help in the healthcare, but he's not like, he knows that he shouldn't be the weight that he is, and he got there through a series of sad life choices and situations that brought him there, but he's not telling the doctors, actually, I'm fine. Because I'm so obese. If anything, he's in the show, he's actually kind of sadly apologetic about it in a way that he doesn't need to be. And the doctors are like, it's okay. It's our job to help you. We just want to help. And I would feel that way towards a fat person until the minute they start acting like this.
That's the problem with this whole thing, is that I never have issues with people who are overweight. I have issues
I get it. We all struggle with different stuff.
Gaslight us into thinking a bad addiction is healthy.
I'm not, just like I've met people who are alcoholics. I'm not judging you.
I'm addicted
I've been
to
through some, you've been through some, we all struggle with different things. I get it. It's a crazy world.
You know how much plastic surgery I've gotten?
Yeah, well, we do.
Actually, I haven't got that much.
Who would know with all the work you've had done?
But I have my own problems. I don't want to deal with somebody else's.
He has a lot of
judge somebody else
like a
for their
lot,
problems.
like many, like a
yeah. I don't have time to be dealing with like judging people for being overweight. I do have time
for reading bitches for filth when they start gaslighting.
Because
and
then you're playing me for stupid.
And your trigger is people who play the victim.
Yeah, you're playing the victim.
That's why
lie and disrespect my level of intelligence.
Clarkson, you are never going to be a liberal. Because
I know.
Your trigger is playing the victim.
I know.
So you can befriend as many Democrats as you want. At the end of the day, you're always going to come back to the center or the right a little bit because the victim is never going to fly with you.
Yeah, but the economic stances, like I try to separate this like cultural phenomena from actually my political stances.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's hard to do that when you're surrounded by
can.
People who trigger you.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Well, you guys let us know what you think. First, about our friend who's addicted to working out. And second, to our friend here who...
You really fumbled the bag with that video.
No, I didn't.
You think?
We can just say that we think you think it's fine. Let's give our take
I hope
on
people stay and watch the second.
You don't have to be outraged.
Video.
Yeah, maybe we'll tease that part in the teaser.
Yeah.
But no, it's fine. You don't have to be critical of everything. I just thought it was interesting rage bait style content worthy of discussion, and we discussed it.
Yeah.
You guys let us know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to Maria. Do become a channel member now. And by the time you see this video, it'll probably be our last one for a little bit because I'll be in Brazil. But as soon as I get back, we'll make more content. And who knows, maybe Clarkson will take initiative and make some content on his own for the channel while I'm
I might. You never know.
Yeah,
I could do a collab.
You should interview Bonnie Blue.
Okay.
fly her out. She can stay in your
Okay,
bedroom.
that's too much. Fly her out.
You-
She's a
you can
millionaire. She can
experiment.
fly out. If she wants to sleep with me, I still have self-respect. If she wants
Oh
this, she
man,
gotta-
you want Bonnie Blue to chase you.
Yes.
Oh my god, you're so delusional. All right, guys, let us know what you think in the comments. I've had enough of him for today. We'll be back with more real soon.